Welcome back everyone to the survival world, and guess what? I finished the flattening project. All the dirt has been placed. It's all completely flat, and oh my gosh, it looks really good. I technically didn't finish it in the last video, but now I finished it, and now we can get on to the fun stuff. So as you guys know, the big point of me flattening all this area was so I can build Settlers of Catan in Minecraft. And just in case you don't know what Settlers of Catan is, here's a picture of the board. You can look up what it is later. What the game is not up to the scope of this video. But anyways, I got a few materials. So most of the materials I'm actually going to be using here, like all the stone and stuff. And then I also got some seeds and stuff for the wheat fields. Some trees, mainly saplings for the forest bits, because I'm not building custom trees. I'm sorry. I know it's gonna look better if I build custom trees. I just don't want to. And also I got a bunch of sand and sandstone for the desert center, and also for the borders, because I'm gonna be making it out of sandstone. I also marked out the center. This is the approximate center in the build. And so we're just gonna be building out from this point. Hopefully there's enough room. My biggest worry in the entire build is that I just didn't flatten enough space, but I think I did. Let's quickly go into the creative world so I can show you guys what I'm planning. Alright, so this is the creative world, and I actually didn't map out the entire thing, but this is what the borders are gonna look like. It's a very simple design. It's only sandstone and sandstone slabs. And I also marked out the dimensions and everything, like where the center is. I believe it's about 17 blocks in every direction, I think. Not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure it's 17 blocks in every direction. But anyways, this is about the length of the build. I think this is the longest it's going to be, and then I think it's the same both ways. So it's going to be like 5 section modules, horizontally and vertically. At least that's what I think it is. I'm probably gonna have to double check, but I think there is actually enough room to do it. I just gotta make sure to plan it right. So I think the goal is to put all the outline in first, and then we're gonna start building in the actual biomes in between. All right, so I forgot to record this, but I built the sensor module, and I think it looks pretty nice. So we're just gonna expand it. I'm probably gonna time lapse it, and it's really, I'm getting a little bit anxious that I just won't have enough room. Worst case scenario, I go right towards the edge, but hopefully I really don't want to flatten anymore or dig anymore, because I really don't want to spend time doing that this video. I just want to go straight ahead and start building. Can be a very building focused episode, so I'm gonna time lapse this probably in Flashback, because most of the time I like time lapses in first person, but I feel like this time using Flashback will just be better. So anyways, let's go. Okay, so it turns out I actually made all of the pieces of the board wrong. So each module of the board, it's not an octagon, it's a hexagon, which means I have to completely redesign everything, and I don't really want to do that, and making hexagons in Minecraft is hard. So I'm using a website called minecraftshapes.com to help me make the shapes for the pieces, and I still think I have plenty of room. I used the exact same diameter between the hexagons and the I'm using the same diameter between the octagons and the hexagons that I'm using the website to make. So yeah, it should still fit in, but it's a real shame that I mess it all up, because it was going really well. But yeah, sadly, let's quickly tear all of this down, and then let's actually make the hexagon properly. So we pretty much finished the outline, and I'm gonna be honest, it's a lot smaller than I expected, but you know what? That's okay, because you notice back on the Sailors of Catan board, there's like a bunch of water surrounding the board. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm just gonna surround this entire area with water, and it's gonna look pretty cool. It's gonna look pretty cool, but we're not gonna worry about that just yet. I think that's gonna be one of the last things we do, actually, because I think now we're actually gonna start building inside of these modules. So the very middle of the area is going to be a sand section. It's just gonna be an entire wasteland, and oh, I'm just realizing. So something I want to do with this build is that I want to use like the dried grass thing. I don't know what exactly it's called, but you guys will know when you see it. But yeah, so this middle section, I'm just gonna I filled it up with, where is it? Oh, there we go, sand. So we're just gonna start terraforming this area. And oh, I dropped my sand. But yeah, so we're just gonna start building up the sand. We're just gonna get most of the terrain. So we got like the first level of the terrain, and the problem is because it's sand, I'm gonna have to fill this entire area with I'm just gonna use sandstone because I don't see myself needing it for the rest of the build, and I got a lot of it. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to like fill it all in so like the sand just doesn't like fall down like that. Alright, so we got all the sandstone in, and the part of the problem is that like even right now I'm confusing the sandstone for sand. I should have used another block like stone, because I got a lot of stone, but you know what? It's fine. I got a lot of sandstone too, and it's not too difficult. I think it's because I'm using the classic texture pack, the programmer art, and oh, why is my... Did I change anything? No, I didn't. It just reloaded for no reason. Oh, okay, Minecraft. But yeah, I think part of the reason is because I'm using that. I could change it, but I am feeling very nostalgic right now, so I'm gonna keep it on. There we go. So I pretty much finished placing all the sand, and I think up to like a second layer. I think that's more than enough. And so now I just gotta add all the little details. There is something I can quickly add without having to leave, and that is the bandit piece. I'll show a picture of it right here, and it's not going to be too difficult of a build, but I think I should actually get a crafting table just so I can turn some of this stone into stairs and stuff. The reason I'm putting it in the desert area is because in the game by default, this piece is just sitting here in the middle until a player like moves it, if they like rolled 7 or something, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, I'm just gonna go ahead and build the bandit piece as best as I can. Oh, I could use, actually no, I think stone's better, so I can use the stone stairs. But I do wish that I could use concrete instead, because I do think that would look a little bit better. Alright, here we go. It looks a little bit derpy. Maybe I can expand the base a bit more. Actually, what if I just, instead of having the stairs elevated like this, I could just put the stairs on the ground. Let's go quickly do that. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam. Oh, bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. There we go. It still doesn't look fantastic, but I think it looks alright. What if I added... Nah, that doesn't look very good. There we go. It adds a little bit more detail. Once again, it's a little bit derpy. It's kind of hard to transform something cylindrical into... Or not really cylindrical, but something that's like very curvy and not blocky into Minecraft where it's all blocks. So it's a little bit difficult, but I think... actually, if I added... like this, oh yeah, like that, there we go. I'm not the best at building stuff that is like circular or like spherical in Minecraft, but overall, this looks, yeah, that looks pretty good. I don't think I'm gonna get any better than that. So anyways, let's go to an actual desert and pick up some fine details to spruce up that area a little bit, because right now it's just like a hexagon of sand with a big stone statue in the middle. So let's go and make it look a lot prettier. Oh, that's not a Shulkerbox. Alright, so I'm here in the nether to, first of all, get these. These are dead bushes, yeah. And, okay, can you? Okay, no, you have to use shears, but I want to get these short, dry grass. And, oh wait, there's two different types. Also, wait, can I? Oh wait, you can bone meal them? Yeah, so this is why I brought the bone meal, just so I can, like, farm these. But, like, these are, like, really good decorational blocks. Like, I've been hoping for decorational blocks in the game for a while, and I got what I wanted. It's just a shame that it was just part of such a bad game drop. Yeah, but while I'm on the topic, so we just learned from Mojang that they're completely changing the numbering system, so we're not getting 1.20 1.22, which is stupid. It's really stupid, because I feel like there's more excitement with the really big game drops. Like, I never really like the way they're doing game drops now, where it's just like 4 drops in like a year. I don't like that, because I feel like it's not very cohesive. It feels like it's kind of just random stuff they threw together and then released all at once. And also, it's like with the game drops, it's always the next big thing with Minecraft. Like, the community just doesn't like sit there and appreciate what they have with the game, and I think that's really bad. So I really don't like how they're just not going back to the normal drops, or not drops, but like the normal updates with like 1.21, 1.22, 1.23. Yeah, I really don't like that. So hopefully they change it. But anyways, let's get back to the actual topic of the video, which is building Settlers of Catan. Alright, so I added all the decorative bits. I added all the grasses, all the dead bushes, and I even added some boulders and some stone buttons as pebbles, and I think this section is pretty much done. And so there are 5 other biomes in the Settlers Catan map. There's the like wheat fields, the normal plains, the forests, the stone mountains, and then the badlands. And the plains and wheat are gonna be pretty easy, because one, I got the wheat already over here. I actually don't think I have enough. Like, I brought some seeds. Like, actually, I think that might actually be enough. And also, I got a bunch of saplings here for trees, and obviously lots of dirt for the plains. So I think I'm gonna start off with the plains, because it's by far the easiest to do. And I think to spruce it up, I'm gonna add like some flowers and stuff, and I'm not really sure. I'm definitely gonna try and make it more than just a big grass plain, because if that was the case, we could have just leave it like this. But anyways, yeah, let's get on with it. Alright, so I finished one of the sections for the plain section, and I'm gonna be honest, there isn't many ways to make the plain section look pretty. But what I did manage to do something cool. So we have a sheep here, and I have a sheep here because in the game, this part of the board, the plains parts, it gives you the sheep resource. And if we look down here, the sheep is actually tethered to a fence down there, but you can just barely see it, and it's really cool. So the sheep can still like wander around and stuff, but you can like barely see the lead, which I think is really cool. So I'm gonna do that for the rest of the builds. This actually took me a lot longer than I thought, because I really wanted to make it look good. Like, I tried adding moss, I added bushes, I just bone mealed the heck out of this area. But yeah, I think this is the closest we're ever gonna get to a very detailed plains biome, because, you know, it's plains biome. I'm hilarious. Anyways, let's move on with the other areas. Alright, so I pretty much finished all the plains biomes. Well, kind of finished. So I got like all the leaves and stuff, and I got all the sheep there. They're all named, and I all have them like leaded up. You can't actually see it with this guy, but he is leaded up. But a slight problem is I use dirt to build some of these plots, which means I have to wait for the dirt, for the grass to spread. and then I can properly like bone meal everything, but that's not that big of a deal. So I think we're gonna do the grain fields next. The grain fields are actually gonna be really simple. I think what I'm getting, so we got all these seeds here, and I'm not gonna like bone meal them because that's just gonna be a waste. I'm just gonna let them grow naturally because I'm never actually gonna like farm them, so I don't want them to be like automatically grown. So let's just grab a bunch of dirt here, and let's build up the plots for one of the grain sections. I think it doesn't. I'm not thinking too hard. Like the placement of each of the biomes isn't important, but I feel like having a nice wheat field right next to a desert is kind of contradictory. So let's have it like right next to one of the plains fields. So this pretty much is how the fields are gonna look. I added some hay bales and stuff. I actually had to go all the way back to my base just for the hay bales. That was a bit annoying. And these are some creative liberties because I want the series to be lit up. Sorry. And I'm gonna place lanterns on these. This isn't on the original board piece, but I figured considering that, you know, I'm not sticking too closely. Like realistically, if I was sticking like really closely to how the board looks, there would be no like shrubs here or like tall grass or flowers in the plains, and there wouldn't be any detail in the desert. So, you know, I'm more concerned with this looking pretty than like being completely faithful to the game. And oh, I just broke that. But anyways, I'm just gonna complete the other side of the of this module. So that's pretty much the wheat field, and I think I'm gonna switch back to the default textures once all the wheat is grown, because I'm gonna be honest, the classic wheat texture, it doesn't really fit the vibe I'm going for. And oh, there's literally like one seed missing. There we go. But yeah, I think this looks really good. It's gonna look even better when it's all fully grown. So I'll show that when it's all fully grown, but also I'm gonna show you guys the 4 other sections that I would have done. So yeah, let's quickly cut to when I finish all of that. Alright, so on stream, I finished all of the wheat areas, and I think it's looking really good. And then I started on one forest area. I apologize for not doing it on camera, but to be fair, it's not very special. And yeah, I think it looks really good, and I think something I'm going to do is actually keep this kind of dirt section. Like obviously there's gonna still be grass and stuff, but I feel like a lot of it is gonna be mainly coarse dirt. I think I really like it, because honestly I really like the dirt texture here, but I just don't want all of it to be dirt. So I think I am going to add like I'm gonna let the grass is spread, but I am going to sprinkle in some coarse dirt. And so I will continue building and see where we go. Alright, so we finished all the forest sections, and I didn't really record it because it wasn't very interesting. It was just me planting saplings and then bone mealing them, and then occasionally adding coarse dirt here and there, which I think looks really good. I think really adds detail, and also some boulders and some pebbles, some very basic stuff. But I do want to point out this area over here. So I have this little lake feature, and you might be thinking, Ultra Rock, why would you add a lake feature? Well, this is for a project for another day. Let's just say that. In other words, I have plans to for this build beyond just like, you know, making Settlers Catan. I have plans. But yeah, that's probably gonna be in the future video. Okay, so we have 2 more biomes to go, and we have the Stone Mountains and the Badlands. Problem is, I kind of forgot we were making the Badlands, so I just didn't gather any materials for that, so we gotta go do that. Let's go gather some materials for the Badlands. Alright, so I'm here at the Badlands. This is where I'm gonna gather all the material, but also I'm here to kind of study the area, you know, because I never built a Badlands before. So I'm kind of just getting study. I don't really think there is a pattern. At least I don't think there is. I feel like the easiest way is just to build the thing out of just like the normal terracotta first, and then start adding all the colors. But I don't know. I never built in the Badlands style because there's just so many different blocks to use. Like with like the natural Minecraft style, like you mainly use stone and dirt, and then maybe sometimes you sprinkle in andesite, diorite, that kind of stuff. But with Badlands, you gotta have all the colors, otherwise it's just gonna look like a big blob. Like, I don't know what I guess like tan. This isn't really tan, it's more like a pinkish color. I don't know what you would call this color. But yeah, I don't know how to build in this style. So let's just gather like literally everything and see where we go from there. Real quick, so like if you keep forgetting the dimensions of beacons, it's actually really easy to build it like first try for everything. So you just build up 4 blocks, you place the beacon, and if you do like a sextuple, you would have like 4 blocks, place another beacon. You'll just keep doing like that, but then you just expand it like this. So bam, 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 bam. Make sure that there's like blocks everywhere just so completely surround the beacon, and then you just keep on doing that, but just have it like 1 block shorter every single time just around the beacon, and then eventually you'll just have a full beacon once you reach the bottom layer. It's really easy. It's a little trick that I figured out like a really long time ago. Like basically at the start of this world, when I first like got beacon, that's like what I did. I was like, oh wait, this is actually really useful because I could just never remember the dimensions for a beacon. But now I don't have to. I can just build it first try every single time with this little technique. So hopefully this is helpful. I wonder if anyone else already made this video, so everyone in the comments like, oh yeah, duh, I already know that, and I'm gonna look like a fool. But yeah, first time beacon, and then we just need to power it with haste. So yeah, I'm gonna collect all these materials. Hopefully my little tip helped you out, and yeah, let's go. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. So you guys aren't gonna believe this, but look what I just discovered. Oh my god, it's a double spawner. I never seen these before. Like obviously I knew they were possible, but like, oh my gosh. Cat, oh my gosh. Oh my god, diamond horse armor. Oh dude, this is like one of the craziest things I ever seen. I think my mic is weird too, because I was looking down, I was like, oh, there's an exposed spawner, which is already rare enough. I jumped down, bam, just like double spawner. Oh my god, this is I'm sorry, I'm sounding like every YouTuber ever, but this is honestly one of the most insane things to ever happen to me. So it's like it's zombie and spider. I'm not gonna make a farm out of this because, you know, their spawner farms are really slow, but this is one of the coolest things I have ever seen. Oh my god. Anyways, back to the grind, I guess, but oh my gosh, this is amazing. One of the coolest things I ever seen in this world. Oh my gosh. Alright, so I got a bunch of materials. I got all sorts of colors. I'm gonna be mainly using the normal terracotta, I feel like, and I think I genuinely know how to build like the big cliff sides. So I think we're just gonna experiment with that, because I'm gonna be honest, the other more mountainous stuff, that's pretty easy. But I kind of want to get the harder, what do you call it? The harder Badlands biome out of the way. I don't even know if you call it like a Badlands in the game. I don't know, but it's like very Badlands-like. So that's what I'm gonna be building. So anyways, let's get to it. Oh, that's something I didn't realize. So part of this area, I completely forgot this might have been an issue, but the snow, it's like sometimes it rains and stuff, so snow is just gonna pile on. Could I use string? I don't even know if I have that much. That's gonna be a lot of string. Oh, that's gonna be a problem. Well, if any of you guys have any other solution other than using string, please let me know in the comments, because I genuinely don't know what to do, but I think I'm just gonna have to make a string farm. Maybe I can use those double spawners for that. Alright, so we finished building all the Badlands stuff on this section over here because it's a lot bigger than the other sections. Like I made, well, it's not bigger, but there's more space between the two things. Like that over there only has the one cliff. This has two, and they're pretty spread apart. So I made a little mine shaft here. It's nothing too special. There's barely any detail in snows here because we're in the snowy biome. But next we're gonna work on the mountainy area, which should be pretty easy, but I do have to get some gravel for the floor. But thankfully, gravel won't be hard to come by because there's an entire gravel mountain over here, so that's really fortunate. So let's go quickly gather up some gravel, and then yeah, let's just start building the mountainy area. It shouldn't take too long, considering it's practically just stone, and we already have a lot of stone. It's mainly just the gravel we need, so I'm just gonna fill up my inventory. I don't even need this Shulkerbox, to be honest. Alright, I think it's done. I think I finished at least the majority of the build. Oh, it looks awesome, dude. It looks really awesome. All the wheat has been grown. The sheep are all here. All the mountains, it's not exact to it, and honestly, I could have done better. The mountains look very blocky, but I'm working the best within the confines of the build. But yeah, I think the majority of the build is done, but I'm still not done here. We're gonna do a little bit of digging. So on the board, it's like, so this is essentially the island, and on the board there's like a big body of water surrounding it. So that's what we're gonna be doing. We're just gonna really quickly just dig out a bunch of areas. It's not gonna be a massive area, but it's gonna be about 3 blocks deep. And so yeah, so we're gonna have a lot more stone and stuff in these chests, but it shouldn't take too long, so let's just get on with it. So I outlined the entire area, and it looks pretty big, but we're only gonna go 3 layers down, so it's gonna be like cascading down to like a 3rd layer downwards, and that's just gonna be about it. And I'm actually not too worried about this being like a snow island, because if the water freezes, I think that's a pretty good effect. It wouldn't really make sense because there's like an entire Badlands section here though, but you know what, it's Minecraft, a lot of stuff doesn't make sense. So yeah, I'm going to start digging this area out. I'm gonna have to start setting up some beacons here in a second, but yeah, let's just get rid of this first layer first. First layer first, that's... I don't know what you call that. That's not even rhyming, because that's like the... Oh, I know this. It's like a anaphora, I think. Oh no, I'm just being a nerd. Let's get on with this. Alright, so I dug out the first layer, and I think it's gonna look pretty good. There's already snow piling up somehow. Oh my god, this snow is gonna be the end of me for this project. But yeah, I'm gonna have to set up some beacons, and yeah, let's just move on to the second layer. In fact, let's just move on until the entire thing's all dug out, and then we can start filling it with water and placing sand and stuff. Because I don't want to just like leave all the stone and dirt. I feel like that's pretty unnatural. I am going to cover at least some of it with sand to make it more ocean-like. So let's get to it. Alright, so we've pretty much dug out everything, and right now we're just filling it in with the water. And I actually dug most of this out and covered it with stone on stream. And I know I said I was gonna use sand, but that would have taken way too long. And oh my god, this is the problem. The ice is forming. Dude, no, dude, I'm actually so upset because I don't know how to solve this. I genuinely don't know how to solve this because I put in glowstone and glowstone is just not working. Someone in the comments, please tell me how to fix this because Google has been absolutely useless, dude. Google has been absolutely useless. You guys gotta tell me what to do. And also, I do know how to solve the snow problem. One of my viewers in stream told me to make a giant glass platform in the air to catch all the snow, which is absolutely genius, which I'm going to do off camera because that's just really boring and not really relevant to the build. But anyways, I'm just gonna start filling this entire area with water. It's gonna take a super long time, but I really want to finish this project by tonight, so let's get on with it. Oh, I finally finished it. It's finally done. This entire project is finally done. It's been a while since I actually finished a project, but look at it. It's magnificent. And guess what? I actually fixed the ice problem, and it was really simple. So these are just like residues from before. But I realized that ice only spawns on the very edges of the blocks. So I just put in a bunch of waterlogged slabs everywhere, so that none of the ice can spawn. I didn't need any glowstone or anything, but it's done. I finished it. There's gonna be some cleanup I'm gonna have to do, and I'm gonna have to make that big glass platform in the sky so no snow can fall on this place. But yeah, it's pretty much done. Well, I don't even need to put a glass platform on everything. I just need it on like this low section over here. So yeah, the project is done, and I gotta say, it looks pretty good. Sometimes I like look at this build and I look at what other people are posting online, and it's like, oh, this build, it's not big enough, it's not cool enough. Like, people have built way bigger things than this. But then I look back at it and it's like, you know what, this looks pretty cool. This build, no matter what happens, I put a lot of effort into it, I put a lot of love into it, and I finally finished it. Oh my gosh, and I did not need all of this space, dude. Like, this amount of space was not necessary, but I think it really adds to the build. I think it really I think having just an entirely flat area instead of a properly terraformed area, I think that looks pretty good. And sadly, I just never found a use for these guys. So if you guys don't know, these were mobs that I caught, really rare mobs that I caught while building this thing. And I just don't really have a place to put them. Maybe in the mine shafts, maybe in the caves. I'm not entirely sure. If you have any ideas, let me know. But anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. And by the way, in the last video, I added a picture of Jeff the Landshark because a viewer asked me to do it. And that video is currently like, I think it's like the 3rd most popular on my channel right now. And before anyone goes, oh, Ultra Rock, but you have shorts that are like more popular, those don't count. Shorts are just too easy to get views on shorts. But anyways, here's a lot more pictures of Jeff the Land Shark, so hopefully that gets me more views. I'm gonna break the 3K mark at this point. I'm gonna get 10K just because of the Jeff the Land Shark pictures. But anyways, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I don't know, what other projects do you want me to do? Let me know. Actually, I do have more ideas for this build and have it be a more functional use instead of just looking pretty. But if you have any other ideas of what I could add here, please let me know in the comments. Anyways, that'll be it. See ya later. Oh my god, that outro was so cringe. But it's better than just cutting myself off again. I did that 2 videos in the past, and it's just getting really boring.